Good morning, and I hope you've been well, and this is part 17 of the Night in the Woods Let's Play, so yeah. With that being said, let's continue onwards with the main story. So real quick, just to recap the last episode, by the way, since it's been a few weeks since I've played the game, if I'm not mistaken, towards the end of the computer session here, I've read through all of the paragraphs and all within the screen here, and I think I was having some issues trying to get on out to continue with the story, but I guess you have to click on the V button to actually get a conversation going with it. So here we go, and we'll go ahead and read that here. Ghost spotted. Historical Society. Yeah, I've never been. You didn't go back in school? I think this was when I wasn't in school. Oh, after the softball incident. Yeah, mostly just watched TV and did therapy. Well, it's actually a pretty cool old house. Used to be owned by one of the mine owners or something. Railroad, mine, steel mill, something like that. An actual haunted house. No. Elementary school kids are there all the time. They have like summer arts and craft programs. Oh well, still worth checking out. So I assume then I actually have to click V on all of these then. But this is interesting, but yeah, not exactly about a ghost. Okay, so we'll go on ahead and just go through all of these real quick. No ghost to be found here. The way you say ghost, it sounds like you don't believe me. I mean, I don't really believe it's a ghost. If I had to like paint a picture with reading all of this and thinking about it from like the last week or two, I would safely assume what's going on now is not necessarily like the ghost of like these old, miners, construction workers, wanting revenge and whatnot. I assume it's probably like their past, like, well, not past relatives, but like, let's say, I'm trying to like word it right. It's like they're like, I can't speak today, can I? Let me try this. Like, they're like dads, granddaughters, grandsons, stuff like that. Like the next generation of their family are the ones that are doing a weird kind of, I guess, I almost want to say it's like a cult kind of thing. Like getting like revenge for how they got like mistreated, and unfortunately like their history was somewhat forgotten through time. Because like you have like the whole thing like we're gonna like nuke Possum Springs, or we're gonna destroy the whole graffiti thing, and I feel like it's a lot of people that it's like, why are we forgetting about the people that worked hard to build this town and all that kind of stuff. And it also, I think it explains, I don't remember 100% certain, but the one kid on the poster, I forgot his name, I have to go back and look at it, but I'm pretty sure he was a relative to one of the more rich people from back then, and he's missing, which tells me he may have got kidnapped, very similar to the one kid on his phone. When we saw him get kidnapped, we ran down the road, looked up the hill, and then there was that hooded guy up there, and then he kind of just like walked off when what was it, officer, oh, I forgot her name, it's been a minute, but May's aunt, when she kind of like saw May down the road. So yeah, I think it's something like that, and I'll safely assume, like, again, like the Tale of the Tooth, since that brought it up there and kind of like reminded me on the whole thing, whatchamacallit, that pretty much means that the, her grandfather was in on it as well. I feel like I'm somewhat wrong on the whole thing, but I feel like I'm somewhat on the right track on like kind of like what's going on. It's the only thing that makes the most sense. Now, it could be potentially a supernatural thing with like actual ghost, maybe. since there was the whole thing with oh, whatchamacallit, the grandfather, you know, brought it up, pointing out like the window on his deathbed at like the lighthouse, like there's ghosts at the lighthouse. It was something during like the prologue. However, I just remembered now, there was the whole, I think there's like some sort of like gas leak, something like that, within one of these articles that made some of the, you know, people that worked within the construction sites and all of that kind of stuff, they kind of like went crazy over time with like their minds and whatnot. So it could be a thing that some of them more so were kind of like messed up in the head. And that's kind of like why the whole grandpa had that bro moment, like there's ghosts, they're real, but in reality it never really was ghost. I don't know, maybe not. Let me take off the tinfoil hat there. Oh wow, this is gnarly and awesome. Oh my god. So I guess that's it for that. This one, no ghost. No ghost here. No ghost here. Hey, look at this. Yeah. Looks like Possum Jump. Let me read it. It's Possum Jump. Okay, yeah, that's back up in the state park, right? Yeah. Ever been up there? Nope. Gonna check it out though. Go nuts. I want to find the one article with the gas leak though. Or it was like something like that. No ghost here. Let me see. Sound off opinion. I don't think it was there. No ghost here. If I don't find it, it's fine. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm pretty sure I'm not mistaken on that. No ghost here. We already read that. Or did we? No, we did. Okay. Strike at the lumbers. Here we go, that's it. Have been complaining of family members who began hearing voices or seeing things that were not there. Exactly, so I think unfortunately the grandfather, you know, of May kind of just went crazy in the head and started like hallucinating and all of that kind of stuff, unfortunately. No ghost here. No ghost here. Local ghost, Little Joe at it again. Oof, sorry for the pause there, had to go do something, but we're back now. Oh look, scotch so I can see, or sorry, scotch, scooch, sorry, so I can see. Graveyard, that's a gimme. I mean, if you're looking for ghost stuff, that's where they make a lot of them. Looks like they saw him in the old section. Oh cool, that's where his grave is. I'm actually interested in that. How could you not be interested? This is like actual dangerous ghost stuff. I like history. Ghosts are history. History that won't stay in history. That's actually pretty good. Okay, well that's like 3 leads. Let's boogie. Let's boogie. Also, is that it? I want to look at some more stuff real quick, but who died in mysterious circumstances after some decades ago. Okay. Leave it at that for now. No ghost here. No ghost here. No ghost here. So do I just kind of... I feel like I've kind of already went through these though. We'll just kind of like double check real quick. Well, I'll just pause here to save time. Alrighty, so we should be good on that. So we've got some leads. Can I borrow your car for the week? Do you even have a license? I mean, no, regardless, but do you? Nope. No license, no credit cards, don't believe in money. I mean, you know what? I'll leave it at that. You just believe in other people's cars and money. I didn't choose to be born into this society. Pretty much what I was just gonna say. It's like, it's an interesting idea because it's like, they're. I don't think May would ever like go down this road, but like, I don't know why. It kind of like reminded me. I was getting into like some of those like YouTube videos, like not like recently, but I remembered from like a while back that there's like some people that it's like, I don't believe in all of this. We're gonna go off the grid, and we're gonna build some random like log cabin in the middle of nowhere, and I'm gonna like hunt and farm for my own food, live in the wildlife and whatnot, and do all of that. I still feel like to like some level, and I may be wrong on it, like, don't you sometimes like need money though and all of that? Because like, I don't know, like I'm not super like smart on that because it's like I would not want to live like off the grid, that kind of like lifestyle, definitely not. But like, let's say like an actual like emergency like happens, right? Like, you would have to like go to like a doctor, like a hospital, or I don't know, maybe not. Maybe you just like choose to just like, I don't know, just die in your cabin or something. I don't know how that all works, but let me stop being stupid. Okay, well, I have a job, a job. So I can't drive you around all of these spots. I can maybe do the graveyard. I need to go there anyways. Cool. I'll see if Greg wants to do the other two. I would assume in the graveyard, then she probably wants to visit her mother if I had to guess. Like, and I probably don't have to say this, but just because something happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen again. Hey, nerd, ever hear that history repeats? It does the same thing over and over again. I mean, you're not wrong, unfortunately. Especially, like, more than ever, it just seems like we just cannot learn at all. But, as she said there, history will always repeat itself. It's very hard to change that. Never ending cycle. So we've just been in a loop since we were living in caves. Yeah, that's science. Oh my freaking god. For a moment. I guess we're going down here then. I know we've already went through this area, but let me just see if maybe something secret or hidden happens. Because I know, what was it? I'm sure I've missed out on a few other secrets, but my sister, she was the one that recommended me the game here. But she was telling me with like the ripped off arm scene that it's honestly a really tricky thing to do, but if you poke it in like the right spots and all of that, that apparently there's like a note that like falls out of the sleeve, and I totally missed that whole thing, so yeah. Alright, so let's go back down since I kind of made a mistake about going back up. Back down again. There we go. And I guess we'll get on out of here then. Also, since we kind of like wrapped that up, I do want to, I guess, new people here. Kind of want to read this though. Ahem. What is this Miss Quilsey? Oh wow, haven't seen her since graduation. She was always kind of a cool person. School district did not fund the art program at all. Well, real quick before I read this, actually. Alrighty. Back now. I had to go pause the video to go do something real quick, but anyways, we're back now. So, what was I? That's right. I kind of wanted to get into real quick before we read the dialogue and kind of like talk about the lack of uploads as of late. Not only for Night in the Woods, but for Pokemon Rejuvenation as well. I did make a community post somewhat going over it if you want to check that out and skip a few minutes. I don't want to like take up too much time here because I probably will get more into it on one of the rejuvenation videos, honestly, but We'll see if I decide to or not. There really isn't a point in it. It's just pretty simply, I've just been very busy with work and real life stuff and other events that have unfortunately kind of like happened. Nothing like severely bad, but just annoying car issues kind of like going on and going through that kind of stuff, and whatchamacallit, just other in real life stuff, working quite a bit and just being very busy and all of that. So, yeah, it's just one of those things, that getting into like my, mid 20s now, my voice cracked there, compared to when I was like doing like YouTube stuff when I was like 18, 19, early 20s, the time just isn't as available. And it's like tricky because it's like, to be fair, there always is time, but it's just more so I've just decided, and it's not like a decided kind of like thing. I mean, like, yes, it is decided, but it's like more so work takes a priority over, YouTube. Um, I've gotten into working out a lot more after, working, pretty long hours during the majority of the days. So, working out and all of that kind of stuff, takes, you know, um, a priority over, YouTube and all of that. And a lot of like the things that I would do for fun is like rejuvenation, Night in the Woods, YouTube stuff, and even sometimes playing on my own time. It just isn't as often as it used to be, just because, again, it's just, adulting and all of that kind of stuff. Everybody, goes through it and whatnot. So it's just a lot of my time is just going towards more, important things and all of that, if that makes sense. I'll probably go somewhat more into it on the rejuvenation video, but I'll kind of like leave it like vague like that for now. Most people probably understand it completely, so yeah. I still love YouTube. I still enjoy it. I want to continue playing and doing this kind of stuff. It's not that I don't enjoy it. It's just, again, a lot of my time is put into other things, and in some way, shape, and form, I have to at least do something better for YouTube, because I still want to be active with it, but right now I just haven't really been super active with it, and I do want to turn that around, but time will tell, I guess. Anyways, though, but she made it work. She was like some sort of art teacher survivalist. Wow, I never realized. I think they pay her in bits of strings and empty soda cans. Thank you all for coming to this second meeting of the Possum Springs Poetry Society. Do you want to stick around for this? I do, actually. I like information. Tonight we have a new poem from myself and Fisherman Johns and Selman and Forrester. I will start us off with one of my own. She's from some big city, right? We'll go with the first one. She's from some big city, right? Yeah. How'd she end up here? Who knows? Ahem. Letter to my worst student, the subject of my stories I tell friends back home when they ask about life. Out here in the sticks, it's you. I worry, at the end of my life, you will be the only one I remember. Why did you key my car? I know, it was you, Brian. Thanks, everyone. Is that illegal? Yeah, poor Miss Quilcy, however you say her name. At least she's blowing off some steam. Next up, Fisherman Jones. Or Jones, sorry. Fisherman Jones has a poem for us. Oh, it's that guy. I remember you. Let's hear this. What is it? Oh, no, not him. The guy in the middle. So he's actually in like a group writing poems. That's honestly kind of goofy and cool. Two poems. They're short though. 2 poems. Take it away. Hi folks. Thanks. This is called Tunnel Eels. Tunnel Eels, Tunnel Eels. I do not know how it feels to be in darkness all the time, born in muck and raised in slime, but neither did no paths I've trudged, or trudged, however you say that. So it hardly is your place to judge. Okay, that's one poem. The next one is shorter. This is called Tunnel Frogs. Tunnel frogs swim in the dark, must think it would be a lark to be a fisherman like me, but what do you know? Empathy? I don't know how you say that. That's it. That's great. Thank you, Fisherman Jones. Dude is really worried about what fish I think. He definitely talks to an actual fish. Oh, most definitely. Finally, a poem by Selma Ann Forrester. Yay, Selmers. Thanks, May. You know her? Dude, she's like our neighbor. Oh, her. My bad. I think I said him, but her. Sorry. Oh. She writes these really funny, dorky, short poems. I'm up for something short and funny. The problem is, it's probably going to be the most serious and beautifully written poem, but let's check it out. This is called There's No Reception in Possum Springs. She's not wrong. No reception here. I wave my black phone in the air like a flare, like a prayer, but no reception. I read on the internet, babyface boy billionaire. Phone app sold, made more money in one day than my family over 100 generations. More than my whole world ever has. World warehouse buying jobs became rent paying jobs, became living with family jobs. Boy, billionaires. Money is access, access to politicians waiting for us to die, lead in our waters, alcohol, and painkillers. Replace my job with an app, replace my dreams of a house and a yard with a couch in a basement. The future is yours. Forced 24/7 entrepreneurs. I just want a paycheck and my own life. I'm on the couch in the basement, they're in the house and the yard. Some night I will catch a bus out to the west coast and burn their Silicon City, Silicon City, however you say that, to the ground. Holy crap. Wow. Darn. Huh. She rhymed entrepreneur. I don't even know what that word means. Thanks, everyone. Pretty much like entrepreneur, if I'm not mistaken, there's somebody that works hard to like create like their own business, their own boss and stuff like that. There might be more better like definition, but that's kind of like what I gather from the whole thing. And honestly, I don't want to get into like in real life stuff, but like I had a feeling she was about to like really like go in and like lay some truth there. But that's like the thing that like sucks, because it's like I'm not saying like every job, you know, is like meant to like keep you like afloat. Let's say like a normal like Walmart, retail, fast food. Now, are people that do those kind of work and jobs severely underpaid? Oh, absolutely. They deserve way more for the bull that they deal with on a daily basis. Absolutely. But at the same time, it's kind of like I want to settle, have a job. I don't want to be a boss. I don't want to be an option or entrepreneur. I don't want to like do this kind of stuff. I want to live a normal life, have a normal job, and stay afloat. Yet they make that so impossible. Sucks. Sucks a lot, but I'm not here to get into like in real life stuff. Definitely not. Is she always like this? No. Wow. Huh. Thanks, everyone. See you in 2 weeks. Hey, Selmers. What? I liked your weird poem. Thanks. I wrote it myself. Wait, was the assumption that she didn't write it hers? Nice work, Selmer. I don't like that nickname. What are you two? Sorry. It's cool. Can we go now? I love Selmers, man. She's great. Oh, hey, I guess we're having a meeting here. Okay, thanks for coming. We live here. Right, so... Find out anything about your ghost? Yeah. Tell him B or Bay, however you say her name. There were some newspaper clippings that talked about a ghost, not just any ghost, Little Joe. I didn't really remember Little Joe. He's a ghost, or sorry, I don't remember Little Joe. He's a ghost miner. He died in mysterious circumstances. So, like, I'll go back to like my tinfoil hat theories. Like, I won't like repeat like what I brought up earlier, but the whole Little Joe thing, getting on that. I do believe like Little Joe is like a real thing, a real person died in a mysterious way. I 100% believe that, but I don't think it's like some little ghost running around. Again, maybe it is like some weird supernatural stuff. Maybe I don't know for certain. Time will tell, but I don't know. I just feel like it's some story that they created to like spook some of the more rich people that kind of like took advantage of them. Maybe that whole idea kind of like stuck with the community, didn't really work out, so then they went to drastic measures and actually started, getting physically violent with a lot of those people that took advantage of, the people that built Possum Springs. And again, even though like it's a pretty wild thing to do, I don't blame them. I don't. Not at all. It sucks cuz like what is it? Even in like real life stuff, the same kind of things, go on where the hard working people, severely get taken advantage of. And I can almost guarantee the majority of like stuff around here, whether it's like older bridges and all that kind of stuff, and doing like mine work, construction work, all that kind of stuff. I feel like not all of it, but a lot of it definitely is not up to code with like safety and all that kind of stuff. And kind of like what they brought up before, like history like repeats itself all the time, and we truly just never are gonna learn. It sucks because at the end of the day, they have the money to do everything right, but do they want to spend it? No, they never do. Wow. I know, right? Mysterious. And again, I'm not trying to like sound like one of those people that it's like hate the rich people, destroy the rich, and all that kind of stuff. I'm not trying to like sound like that. It's more so from my perspective. I want everybody to be equal and everybody to be fair to one another, whether you are rich or poor or middle or wherever you are at, maybe financially or maybe politically light, left, right, up, down, zigzag, whatever your beliefs are. I think it's important that everybody should be treated equally no matter what. But, similar to this game and in real life, it never is a voice crack there. It never is like that. There is like no equality, unfortunately, with everybody. Maybe like I could have worded that better, but it's just like, I don't know. A lot of those people with power and whatnot definitely have all the advantage, and people at the bottom with like the town here, they're definitely struggling quite a bit. It's unfortunate, but just is what it is. I thought you were like afraid of this ghost, like filled with like dread and crap. I'm terrified. Okay, so it mentioned 3 different places. Can we all check it out? I have work and stuff. Yeah, Greg and I also have work. You guys skip out and work all the time. Maybe we can like split this up. Share custody of you and your ghost. What places were you thinking about? The graveyard. I call that one. It's close and not illegal. Is there an illegal one? Sure is. The Historical Society. You don't have to like break in. The people there like to get paid to show it to you. Well, that's kind of like boring to Greg and May, though. They can't do that. I think I kind of like seeing like his expression like change a little bit. They're definitely just gonna break in and do something stupid, and I'm excited for it. Anyways, I'm in for the Historical Society. Awesome. So what did I get stuck with? Possum Jump. I know Possum Jump. We used to go there in the Scouts. Perfect. Okay, I need to actually like get on home and do work. This is gonna be awesome, And also, I'm scared to death. For a moment. Oh, hey, Dad. Yeah, seems like that's going around. The Yeppers. So, you and Mom had a bit of a fight yesterday, huh? Yeah. I thought you two were getting along. We were. Hmm. That's weird. I don't remember the argument. No, I think I do remember it now. I guess I think we are. Just a bump. Yeah, because it's like I don't want to say like we were, because like I don't want to like make it sound like oh I hate my mom now and stuff like that. Like no. And again, the mom is slowly becoming like one of my favorite characters in the entire game. I would say easily, B or Bay, however you say her name, is definitely number one in my opinion. I don't know because it's so difficult because it's like I like Angus, I like Greg. May's cool too. She's got issues, but I do like May. She's not like a bad character by any means. The dad's cool. The grandfather's cool. A lot of the characters are cool, honestly. Like it's hard to choose one that like I like the most. I mean like Bay's definitely like number one or B again, however you pronounce it. B's number one easily. No competition there. But the other ones I don't know. I honestly have to like think about that. And then what is it, like the three wise men from like the one area? So there's just honestly like a lot of like cool characters within the game because like I guess like another thing to go on that little rant and tangent there is like all of them have like their own like unique like personalities and whatnot, and they're all kind of like cool and likable in like their own ways. Sure, you can argue problems with them, but everybody's got like problems and qualities and personalities that some may not favor or like, but ignoring that whole thing, there's honestly like a lot of like likable characters within this game. You two always you two always two alike. I guess. I got your chill and her blank. I just hate to see you two on the outs again. It'll be fine, we're cool. So we're having money problems? What? No, we're fine. Dad. May, it's fine. It's okay, I'm 20, I can handle it. Nothing to handle. Okay. Might just head up to bed tonight. Sounds good, kid. Been a long couple of days. So, it is something that's like interesting because it's like you could definitely like tell with that little like stern like wording there like May, it's fine, don't worry about it, that one, it definitely is not fine at all. But I kind of like understand like where like the dad's coming from because like to him it could be like a thing that it's like, you know, I don't want my child to like worry about this, it's my burden, I'll take care of it, you know, I'll be, you know, helping out with everything, your mother will help out with everything, don't worry about it. But I think that's honestly like a negative towards like the father, and I'm sure like he just loves his daughter a lot, right? But I feel like to like some extent, like there needs to be like some level similar to like the mom, that it's like, you know, because of you doing this and that and now dropping out, we're out of a lot of money, we made some hiccups and mistakes by thinking that, you know, the loan, I believe it was like a loan that they took out for everything, was like the right thing to do, but they realized that they got really screwed over by it, and they have that, you know, giant payment over their heads. And it goes back to like what I said, you know, to May, and honestly like almost anybody in that kind of like situation, get a part-time job, get a job, do something instead of just, you know, running around doing nothing and acting like you're a teenager. It sucks because it's like, you know, do we all want to be doing what we're doing and whatnot, and, you know, do stuff that we actually want to do? Yeah, absolutely, we would all like to, well, most people would like to, you know, quit what they're doing and pursue what they want to do, but for the majority of people, that's just not what life is, unfortunately. That's just not what it's going to be. Um, but at the same time, kind of like what I brought up before, you know, I guess just where I'm getting at is like I just wish May would like do her part. Is just what I'm getting at. I don't know. It's hard the word, but I don't know. There's a part of me that like I feel like I'm being like somewhat dumb with some of the things that I've said today, but like I don't know. It's kind of something that I brought up, you know, everybody views and sees things differently and it's totally fine to not see it that way at all, but I don't know. Guess we'll go up the stairs then. And you know what, before we do the oh, here we go. Can I... Right. I can save and quit then. What we'll do then is, since we are like 35 minutes in, we'll stop there for now and continue onwards with the next episode and all that. So, yeah. I'm also, by the way, hoping to pre-record another video right after this, so we have a video for Tuesday and Thursday. I don't know if I will get any rejuvenation videos done today, because I know I gotta go and do a few things, but I kind of wanted to get some Night in the Woods pre-recorded, get back on track with uploading Tuesday and Thursday, and hopefully maybe later on in the day or sometime tomorrow get a couple of rejuvenation videos pre-recorded over the weekend, and hopefully get back on track with uploading somewhat more often. So yeah. Anyways, though, that's going to be it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely do appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Good morning.